Hello, this is Jordan Harmon, compassionate behaviorist, and we're going to practice a DBT skill from the distress tolerance modules. And this skill is called paced breathing. It's one of the skills that's found in the TIPP skills, which is an acronym, if that helps you remember them. But the TIPP skills are used when there's crisis or distress that is so high that is leading you to experience high urges to do something destructive. That could be an urge to self-harm. It could be an urge to act on suicidal impulses, such as writing a suicide note or researching or planning means of suicide. It could be eating disordered behavior, drug use behavior, any destructive urge that has been something that's helped soothe when you're in crisis, or avoid crisis, or helped you just tolerate the distress, but hasn't worked other than in the short term. So a lot of the destructive behaviors that people develop, or that we develop at times, are beneficial in the short term, but immediately harmful in the immediate or long term. So one of the skills we use is the TIPP skill, and it's TIPP. So that's intense temperature, or temperature, intense exercise, progressive muscle relaxation. Sometimes people call it paired muscle relaxation, or paced breathing. So that's TIPP, and I'm going to practice paced breathing with you right now. So go ahead and find yourself in a seated position if you can. And what we're going to do is we're going to practice inhale for 4 seconds, and then before you exhale, we're going to hold on to that breath for 4 seconds. Then exhale for 4 seconds. Then hold and pause before you inhale for 4 seconds, and then inhale for 4 seconds. Some people call this box breathing. So if you can imagine an invisible box, you have 4 seconds going this way of inhale, and then 4 seconds of pause, and then 4 seconds of exhale, and then 4 seconds of pause, and then start again with the inhale for 4 seconds. And after you do that for a little bit, then you expand the box to be 5 seconds of inhale, 5 seconds of pause, 5 seconds of exhale, 5 seconds of pause. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And so just get ready wherever you're sitting. Okay, and we'll go ahead. So first we're going to start with the inhale. Now we'll go to 5 seconds. So inhale for 5. Let's try 6. So start with the inhale for 6. Okay, that was, I don't know, maybe 4 minutes of paced breathing. It's a little hard to do yourself when you're leading someone else because you're not able to count. So it might help you to, you don't have to be perfectly 4, 4, 4, 4. Obviously, I was not. But the process here is that instead of having to control your urges and control your thoughts, you can control your breathing. You can practice breathing in a deliberate, patterned way. And that as you're doing that, you're slowing down your breathing. As you're expanding that number, going up to 4, 5, 6, 7, you're expanding and slowing down your breathing. And as you're slowing down your breathing, you're also going to be likely slowing down your distress and your racing thoughts and your urges to act on a destructive urge. And so that's the point of paced breathing. It's to manage crises, to tolerate distress. And of all these DBT skills, of course, you don't have to do them. It's not a silver bullet. It's not like, okay, I'm going to use this, and then if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You use them in combination. You use paced breathing, and then try something else. You try progressive muscle relaxation. You try a pros and cons list. And you kind of experiment and see how they work, and you practice them. Don't expect for it to work perfectly the first time. Do your best. Try them, and try them in different situations. Reach out for help, of course. There's a whole lot of skills and things that you can do that when your mind is in a distressed or crisis place, oftentimes what they say is your behavioral repertoire will narrow and you'll be focused on that one destructive urge. And so let that be the trigger, if you will, that urge be the trigger to use skills so that your behavioral repertoire will open up and there will actually other ideas of what you can do instead of hurting yourself or relapsing on drugs or whatever it is can come to your mind. And of course, the whole point of all of this, of any DBT skills, is to help you to build a life worth living. It's not just about using skills just to use them and just to make it through another day, to be miserable the next day. No, it's to build a life that's joyful, build a life that's worth living. And you can't do that, of course, if you're stuck in really problematic, destructive patterns. And so hopefully this is helpful to you. This is paced breathing from DBT Skills. Be good to yourselves and to each other. And we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.